Hello, I'm Fraser, live from the COP26 summit on PBS and around the globe. Landmark pledges on how to tackle the climate emergency. Over 100 countries agreed to cut global methane emissions by 30% by the end of the decade. The US president is calling it a game changer.
It's one of the most potent greenhouse gases there is. It amounts to about half the warming we're experiencing today, just the methane exposure.
There's a big commitment on protecting the world's trees. 110 nations promise to end and reverse deforestation in the next 10 years.
The clock is ticking. I mean, we don't have a chance to fail now. And I think that's the key message. That's the message of the Secretary General Guterres. That's our message.
World leaders are leaving Glasgow later, leaving their technical teams to thrash out the detail in the next 2 weeks. And in other news, the former presidents of world and European football are charged with fraud over the unlawful transfer of more than $2 million. Hello, welcome back to Glasgow and the second and final day of the World Leaders Summit at COP26. There have been some significant announcements today to try to address the climate emergency. So let me take you through what we have so far. First, a global partnership aims to cut methane emissions by at least 30% by 2030. More than 100 countries have signed up to that, though China, Russia and India are not part of the pledge. Earlier in the day, there was another significant promise to halt and reverse deforestation by the end of the decade. The countries that signed up make up around 85% of the world's forest. There was also an international plan to sponsor the adoption of clean and affordable tech everywhere in the world by 2030. The summit is widely seen as the last big opportunity to tackle further climate change and its devastating consequences. Our political editor, Laura Kuensberg, reports.